Okay, so it's time to begin episode 10. Yes, I am kind of sorry if this isn't quite as, well constructed as, other playthroughs, particularly in terms of the commentary. But as you can tell, commentary on fighting games is not easy. So it's kind of silly that I decided, yes, this is an excellent idea for me to do.
Together forever.
Aww, that's so sweet.
You serve Dumas.
Oh look, Voldo's back.
Do something.
Yeah, you go for it, Pyrrha.
Her blade is drenched in blood as she protects those she loves. Battle 1. Fight.
I have to say, I still love the announcer. The announcer will always just be awesome. Like, it doesn't matter what he's doing. He will be cool.
I can't! Please stop!
KO. Even when severely wounded, the true victor never gives up. Battle 2. Fight.
Now,
It must hurt.
apparently, the announcer in Soul Calibur 4 and Soul Calibur Broken Destiny was Dave Mallow. And in Soul Calibur 5 here, it's a guy called Paul St. Peter.
Like this?
I believe, yes. Now, you may recognise him as the voice of Leomon in Digimon, in the old Digimon anime, which I still think is just lovely. Well, lovely, maybe not the right word, but I will always kind of remember it quite well. He's also the voice of Xemnas in the Kingdom Hearts series. So definitely recognise him from that. The voice is quite kind of recognisable. He's also Duke Fabra in Tales of the Abyss.
The battle rages on.
And
Fight.
yes, I think that's kind of the most recognisable characters, although he also voices Gregor and Laurent in Fire Emblem Awakening, if you use those characters at all. Oh, he's also Captain Blue in the Beautiful Joe anime,
Battle. Fight.
which is always quite fun. Also, I think he's the Nine-Tailed Fox in Naruto. So, he's been about a bit.
I can't!
Although I'm just no good at using Pyrrha. It's terrible.
KO. Only one fate awaits the defeated.
Not my fault. You brought this on yourself.
Now, normally having a kind of
Are you alright?
wimpy, I say that kind of
And you?
with inverted commas, but you get the gist. Kind of the main character who cries and doesn't want to fight, and so on. That can be annoying. No more so than in Tasmania Dawn of the New World with Emil. But here, it doesn't feel as frustrating. I think because you have the balance of Patroclus, who's a bit more
Who's that?
firm in what he's doing.
Dumas? What are you doing here? What do you want?
I am not here for you. I am here for that sword.
What?
Hateful sword. I shall destroy it here, once and for all.
You think you're Nightmare? Take off that silly armor. He doesn't exist.
Watch out!
Is that the real Soul Edge?
The Azure Nightmare stands before you now.
Dumas, you were Nightmare all along? I don't understand. Why did you have me kill the Malfested?
You haven't realized it yet. Those I ordered you to kill were nothing but weak and foolish humans like you.
No, you're lying. I never killed any humans. They were monsters. They were all monsters. No. They were monsters. Monsters. No.
So Calibur will end here and now.
No! You'll have to get through me first.
Pyrrha.
So a puppet controlled by a fool intends to stop me?
Stop hurting me. Stop rejecting me. Stop killing me.
Now that she has tasted happiness, she cannot let it go. Battle 1. Fight.
And so now we get to play as Pyrrha Omega, who is our alternate version of Pyrrha. Basically,
Don't make me.
she's a bit more kind of useful than normal Pyrrha, because she's a bit quicker, a bit more kind of fighting adept, really. Also, Nightmare can be a beast, because his critical edge, if pulled off, takes off the majority of your health bar. So watch out for that. Also, somebody actually managed to make a life-sized version of the Soul Edge, well, Nightmare's Soul Edge in this game. Someone actually made a version of it, and it looks amazing. Like, seriously so. It's insane. Also, that move is a lot more effective. Well, the critical edge is much more effective.
Is that all?
right? You can't accept me if I'm malfested.
Just give me a moment. Please, just let me think.
We're family, right, Patroclus?
We are a family. But why is this happening to our family?
Oh, poor Pyrrha. See? Didn't I warn you what would happen? Blood means nothing to these humans. They won't even try to understand the real you. Pyrrha. Pyrrha, you are the only one that I can ever trust.
So yes, Pyrrha and Patroclus are now kind of separated, and the story kind of from this point onwards starts to kick into action a bit. Because I mean, for the first of two
She
occasions,
was a malfested.
we get to play as Z.W.E.I in this
Pyrrha was
chapter.
a malfested. Z.W.E.I attacked us and she became a malfested.
Z.W.E.I? You ran into him?
Z.W.E.I turned into Nightmare and... No, Z.W.E.I was Nightmare.
Wow, things just got a lot more interesting. I'm gonna go talk to Siegfried. You wait right there.
Now take note of this, because this is important.
Poor Patroclus. There is no need to fear. I will guide you.
Who are... Mother?
You must revive Soul Calibur. You can do it, Patroclus. Resurrecting it is the only way to save Pyrrha.
You mean she'll be cured and become human again? Did that really just happen?
Patroclus Alexander.
Unfortunately, yes.
What do you want? I have nothing to say.
If you wish to stay here, then vow that you will fight against Nightmare. Even if it means killing your sister. So you're unwilling to make that vow. I guess I was wrong about you.
What are you doing?
You can't fulfill the obligation as Soul Calibur's wielder in your present state. You must hand it over to someone who is much more worthy.
No! And who would be more worthy than me? You?
Well, considering you were just
Z.W.E.I?
that much of a dick to your
There's no way
sister,
you can wield this.
Right now, I'm more suited than you.
I think a lot of
I
people are
won't
more
let you
suited
have
than
it.
you, Patroclus.
I'll just take it by force.
Now, I can't say I'm a fan of them doing this in the story. I mean, in the story modes like
Gain knowledge.
Mortal Kombat and Injustice Gods Among Us, which its NetherRealms make, they do swap between characters throughout the story mode, but you spend a period of time with one, then switch to another, and you get a decent amount of time with all of them. Whereas you're literally just flung into playing as Z.W.E.I, and if you've not practiced as playing as him, it can be difficult, because Z.W.E.I is interesting in how he attacks, because of his wolf spirit thing. I don't quite know kind of how to get it to quite work properly. I mean, I've reached it to the point where if you press on Xbox 360 controller Y and B, that kind of makes the wolf do stuff. I'm just not as into knowing the precise details of how Soul Calibur works as I probably should be to do something like this. But I knew even less about Soul Calibur 4 when I did that, so... At least you're going to see kind of a run through that is completely on normal mode, unlike when I first beat the story mode, where I did end up doing the last chapter on easy because I couldn't do it.
Battle for White.
Now, the werewolf creature that Z.W.E.I summoned is called Ein, so they're clearly going for the Ein Z.W.E.I thing. Now, it's something that should be noted, is that in having a wolf spirit and the whole black and purple design, it makes it Z.W.E.I is very similar to Unknown in the Tekken Tag Tournament games, because she is also black and purple with a wolf spirit floating behind her and attacks with the wolf spirit. There's actually kind of no confirmed relationship between the two characters, but it's just an interesting similarity. Now, apparently, kind of according to story, Ein first appeared to save Z.W.E.I's life when Z.W.E.I was about to be executed for defying Graf Dumas. But either way, that's one of the 2 times when we will ever get to play as Z.W.E.I.
Weren't you going to honor your mother's last wish? Didn't you promise your sister that you'd protect her?
Just shut up! What do you know?
I don't know what you're going through, that's for damn sure. I'm not you. What would your mother have done? Would she have killed your sister because she's now a malfested?
Mother would have. She would have accepted her as she is.
And there you go. You see,
If you can't accept what's
follow
going
your
on with
mother's
the world,
teachings.
your family, or yourself, you can't protect anything.
What? Why?
You need to accept everything, regardless of black or white. Only those that possess the will can wield a sword to champion another's cause.
Another's cause?
You know this form. This is the sword you used to fight with, not that pale imitation of your mother's. Guess you've made your decision. Are you ready to accept who you are?
And now, from this point on, we are no longer playing as normal Patroclus, we're playing as Alpha Patroclus. Because, you know, we need to have that. Now, Alpha Patroclus ends up playing a lot like Setsuka did in previous games, but instead of an umbrella hiding the sword, it's just the sword in the scabbard.
Show me your true form. The real you.
So umbrella base attacks are kind of replaced with his own
I'll
moves.
show you my resolve.
Now, apparently, this is Patroclus's true fighting style, and that he used prior to taking up a shield in honour of his mother. However, kind of when he was 15, he won his first fighting tournament, an event during which his father Rothian was still alive, and therefore Patroclus could have ever met Setsuka, implying that he probably used another fighting style before learning Setsuka's style, and it is easy to kind of be thrown off, because the annoying thing is that he doesn't play like Setsuka, and I recall kind of being okay with Setsuka, because I remember being able to pull off quite a few of her moves, but kind of Alpha Patroclus plays differently to how I would want him to play. And another interesting thing is Alpha Patroclus has a different outfit when you play him in any other mode, but in the story mode here he keeps the same outfit from when he was normal Patroclus, which is really weird. Now apparently the outfit that Alpha Patroclus actually has is a recoloured version of what's left when Patroclus's armour gets broken. So as a result, Alpha Patroclus is left without a shirt when his armour breaks. But there's apparently also DLC equipment where he can wear his original form costume, but lacks an extra colour for the right armband and the shoulder pads. Also, an interesting little fact is that Yuri Lowenthal is married to Tara Platt, who provided the voice for Setsuka. So, having Alpha Patroclus have Setsuka style is actually quite fitting.
Thanks for the show. Patroclus, now tell me your answer.
I'm going to save my sister, no matter what.
Excellent plan.
Alright, I'll buy that enthusiasm. But how do you plan to go about it? We must hit Nightmare without any delays.
You must revive Soul Calibur. Resurrecting it is the only way to save Pyrrha.
Once Soul Calibur regains its full power, I'm sure it can be done. Give me time to resurrect it.
You have an idea how?
A woman named Ivy told me that the 3 sacred treasures had something to do with it regaining its full power. I'll look for her first.
So, let's go and look for Ivy.